Hello, everybody. This is George K with Action Coach, and this is an entrepreneur spotlight interview. We've got Sidick Allaladé here, who is a serial entrepreneur, someone I've known for a while. Sidick, thank you for coming on the show.
Hi, George. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
So, Sidick, let's jump in it. Tell us a little bit about yourself and why in the world did you decide to get into the crazy business of becoming an entrepreneur?
Okay, so I'm Sidick Allaladé. So as you said, I'm a serial entrepreneur in marketing and technology. And why actually I decide to be an entrepreneur, honestly, it's more about like freedom.
Ah, okay.
It's
Yeah.
more about freedoms. So I like to be able to control my time and kind of be free. Even if as an entrepreneur, I feel like you work more with your time, but the freedom of the time. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I get you, and I think that's a very common thing. So, talk to me about. I know you've got two businesses. Why
Mhm.
don't you give us a brief description of both of them?
One is an agency. So basically, we offer services to business in technology and marketing. So it's all about web development, mobile app development, and marketing, mainly SEO and paid advertising services.
Hmm.
And the other company, it's purely a web application. So it's a software as a service. So people just go, they register, and they can use it to make some draw online. So it's a drawing tool for social media. So if you want to pick winner online on Facebook, Instagram, or whatever the platform for social media, you can just use it and you can pick your winner easily, actually.
Yeah, I thought that was so cool. I mean, I can't wait till you do a version for LinkedIn because I'm more on LinkedIn than I'm on the other platforms. But man,
Yeah.
so cool. You've got a bunch of people following a post on Facebook, and you want to give them one of them a prize for the best post. You just use his
Mhm.
tool, and it automatically picks the person randomly. It's great. I think it's fabulous.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay. So, how long have you been an entrepreneur, Sidick?
Oh, for me, I would say actually,
Don't tell me
um,
diapers because that's just too much.
no, not diaper. But I would say forever, actually. I always had an entrepreneur mindset thinking. Like when I was in like secondary school, I was buying phone and reselling it. So I wasn't really making business at this time.
Is that an
You know,
entrepreneur or a hustler? I'm not sure.
maybe the both. Let's say maybe the both, right?
Oh, that's cute. That's cute.
Yeah,
Okay, so I can tell it's in your blood. What were some of the early challenges that you had getting your first business launched?
um, it's finding your first client.
Hmm.
Finding your first client, like your first real client who will pay for your services, like finding them. It was the first challenge actually, and I find that it was a lot about credibility, trust. People buy with trust, right? So
Okay, so how did you get that? How did you develop that trust?
uh, I think it starts from always one person trusting you.
Mm-hmm.
And when you deliver, I always have the thinking to over delivering to my client. So if you come and I over deliver to you, you will always think about me for especially like for this expertise. And it pay because you will always refer other people. And you refer other people who refer other people, and we start getting bigger. So yeah, this is how I
Yeah,
compound.
I think it's something that a lot of young entrepreneurs need to understand. I think a lot of young entrepreneurs they put a lot of attention to getting the next client rather than serving their existing client well.
Yeah, yeah. A good client, like when you serve well your existing client, it's crazy how it can be a huge development for your business. Like crazy. I can tell you, that like a lot of our top clients that we have come from another client, so it's crazy.
Okay, so it's crazy, but you're a marketing expert. You understand how marketing works. You didn't just sit back on your butt and wait for your clients to send you clients. I mean, you had to have done a little bit more than that. So tell us
Yeah.
about some of your techniques.
Oh, basically, marketing, there is different way to like there is different channel in marketing, right? So at the end of the day,
No. I mean, how you went after your existing clients to get them to give you referrals. I mean, what was your strategy for doing that?
oh, first of all, simple testimonial. So here it is my
Hmm.
Google ad, and please leave me a testimonial if you like my services. And I never told them what to write, and
Yeah.
usually they always write good stuff.
But I'm sure you didn't just ask them once.
No, oh, you have to remind them. Actually, I have a funnel for that.
There you
So
go. There you go.
after I finish my services, I will set it up in my funnel. Okay, tag this guy. He will receive the email, and automatically after a couple days, it will send a reminder. Hey, you still didn't make it. You still didn't make it. And when he make it, I will receive a notification, and I will stop the funnel for him.
For him. Just for him.
Just for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I got guys, people watching or listening, I want you to, I know we're kind of kidding around,
Mhm.
but this goes back to what we were saying before. If you're only chasing after your next client, if you're only putting all of your efforts on getting your next client and not having a system, you heard Sidick say he has a funnel. That means he had an automated process in place in his CRM system or whatever tool he's using to make sure that that follow-up was done and done and done until the client left the Google recommendation, the testimonial, or whatever. So that's a good point. Automate it because we're all busy. We all have lots of things to do, managing our businesses, looking after clients, looking for new clients, et cetera, et cetera. So automate, automate, automate. I hear that. So great learning there, Sidick. Talk to me about your team. How big is your team?
Currently, full time, we are 13 currently, and we have different partner that we work with. And yeah.
So going from a solopreneur or maybe you and a couple of partners to
Mhm.
actually building a payroll, talk to us about the challenges of doing that, because I think that's a big hurdle for a lot of entrepreneurs.
Yes. The challenge actually is really to find the right people who will fit well in your team. And actually in the process, you will make some bad move actually. And which is the life of an entrepreneur, right? You have to deal with some bad news,
Oh yeah.
bad movement. So at the end of the day is how you learn from it to adjust. So when I say bad move example, you will hire someone who don't fit in the team, who don't deliver as you want or as you need. So you just have to adjust. If you have to fire, fire. Before, one thing that I I think that I failed in the beginning is what I was taking too much time before firing.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Like I can see all the everything is showing me that okay, there won't be a fit because there is no delivery.
The signs were there.
The signs are there, but you sometimes you're still pushing. You can push, but give you like a maximum of time to quickly stop, because at the end of the day you are still losing money, right? If you don't,
Yeah.
if you, but yeah,
And
that is
you're not doing the hire a favor. You're not doing them a favor by keeping them in a job that's not a good fit for them. The longer that they're in the job, the worse it looks on their CV. Maybe the more complacent they'll get. Maybe there's lots of things that could be negative for them. So
exactly.
it's not a good idea. So
Exactly.
what have you been able to do to improve your process for hiring so as to improve the odds of bringing on people that are a good fit for your company?
Be more clear.
I like that.
Be more clear and set clearer expectation. So, like,
You mean do a good job is not enough?
no, it's not enough. It's just not enough. I need you to have a mindset of continuous improving. If you don't have this mindset, I don't feel it in you. I know that they won't be a good fit. Stop.
Yeah.
No, so there is different kind of thing that I want to feel in our conversation, and actually that I will even clearly ask and say, and if I can feel that you have those, usually there is a fit.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I understand. Your team, are they working remotely? Are they together? Or is it a hybrid?
Hybrid, but mainly remotely. Mainly remotely.
Okay.
And
How have you? Go
and
ahead.
actually I prefer it actually.
Okay. So how do you deal with creating that synergy? How do you develop, a team when everyone's kind of in their corners, if you know what I mean?
Yeah, for me, we are in a tech world, so everyone is connected to the chat system, Slack, Discord, or whatever you use. And when you start your day, you check, hey, hi everyone, as if we go in an office. Bye everyone. And we have different channel for marketing, technology, whatever the stuff that you are doing, and we collaborate. We jump on the call. Like if I'm calling you during your working hours, you should be there. If you are not there, you should have communicated on it that okay, you are taking a break or whatever, as if you were in an office. So usually I find it's more about, does the person that you hire is a disciplined person? If they have a good work ethic, usually it's good. But there is people who don't have that with that necessarily work ethic, or who need to be washed. And in our company, we cannot, like, we are not always in office. And me, I prefer hybrid. Actually, I love the hybrid mode. So I can't watch someone every time, or I can't hire someone to watch my team. So if you have to be watched, you can't work with us.
You're not a good fit if I have to watch you. Okay, I get that. But you know what else I heard today? I heard you describe culture. This idea of when you get in, check in, when you say hi to everybody, just like if
Yeah.
you would, I haven't heard that very much. I think this online group best practice hasn't really filtered in yet. I don't think people are really feeling it as much yet. And that idea of, hey, you get to work, jump on the chat, say hi to everybody, and share what's going on, and just like you would if you were in the cafeteria grabbing your coffee before you sit down at the office, right?
Yes, it's true. And for me, even when people don't necessarily chat every day, actually, like for me, it's the responsibility of the director of this department. So let's say I'm managing the SEO team or the development team. So I have to have my meeting with my team to know what they are working on, and what is the schedule of the week and everything. So I have to make sure that everyone work. So me, I will just talk with the guy who is managing, those 3 or 4 guys. Okay, what is happening on? So usually, and in our world, we start as a development company. We were purely tech, and as developer, usually, we just work. We know how to work, and we are concentrate on our work. So same thing for our marketing team. Everything is going well for that. Yeah.
So that's great. I love that, and I think it's something that we need to talk more about as entrepreneurs. This idea of creating that online culture, that online camaraderie, developing online camaraderie, especially as a lot of companies have employees that are in different countries, not just in different neighborhoods, in different cities and in different countries. The idea of getting together for a bowling night is not really something that's practical. So yeah, I get that. Okay, one thing I also like to tackle is the idea of you're a technical company. I get that, the customer service area, like you talked about how getting a customer from a customer is a strategy that you've done. Talk to me about customer service. Like, what are some of the customer service tactics or traditions or systems that you use to make sure your customers are happy and stay happy?
Actually, when we finish a project, we have a funnel to ask them what they like in the process of the project, what they don't like. There is a small form where we ask their feedback on, couple questions, how actually they feel like during the process of the project. We ask them also on the call when we speak together. It's when there is, if actually a client complain about something, or like, we always listen what the client say to try to, adjust it or find a way to make sure the clients feel, heard
Mm-hmm.
actually from us.
Mm-hmm.
And usually, I would say this is mainly our customer service. Actually, we are just listening our client basically,
So,
and
so
we have to.
listening. I heard the same thing as your the employee process. You're listening. You've got a system for listening and making sure expectations are well established at the beginning of the process. You
Yes.
know the client knows what to expect. You know what you have to deliver, and then after you do a confirmation to make sure that everyone got what they expected.
Exactly. It's really good that you that you precise it, especially in the beginning, because sometimes the client want like a Rolls Royce, but he will have like a Twingo at the end, and it's super important to make sure that he know that it will be a Twingo, like he's buying a Twingo, not a Rolls Royce. So
Yeah, and I know in your business the idea of project creep is a big one. I mean, people start maybe with the small car and they say, well, can I have a bigger engine, and can I have bigger
exactly.
wheels, and can I have leather seats? Can and I know that that can also become a challenge.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
So keeping that. Do you have traditional salespeople in your business, in your company?
Before, yes, but honestly now, no.
Yeah.
Now we are an SEO agency, right? So you find us organically.
Okay.
We do ads also because we are also an ad agency. We do ads for clients. We also do ads for us. And yeah, and we do some other traditional marketing thing like sending letters sometime to some business.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we don't have a sales agent who is trying to sell. No.
That's good. So if you don't have a sales, then you probably have less of a need for customer service people, because salespeople tend to cause customer service problems if they're not controlled properly.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
No, I get that. That's great. Well, Sidick, this has been amazing. What are new projects are you working? What's next? What's coming up that you want to talk about? Do you have any projects
Oh,
coming up, or let me ask you a different question. Who is the best kind of client for you? Like, what kind of business or what size of business is there a niche that you like to work with? Who is a good client for you?
honestly, honestly, like I prefer business like with more than, actually, I don't want to put a number on it. I just like a good business. Like we work with different size of business, honestly. We work
Mm-hmm.
with big business, we work with medium business. So I don't I work a lot with medium business that I like, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't want
I
to
get
go
it.
to
Yeah,
small
yeah. You're not
business
going to
like that. Yeah.
discriminate against a small company. You're not going to say, "Oh, I'm too big to work with you."
Exactly. That's
I
that's
get
what
it.
it is.
I
But
get it.
I want to work with a business who know that what, like, they are buying value with us.
Mm.
So example, if you want to build a website, you can build a website maybe at $500 or $1,000 online, maybe, or even 200 if you do it yourself or whatever. But if you come to me, you know that our minimum pricing starting from $2,000. It's not the same thing you are buying when you are buying the $500. So you have to know that there is, an expertise and, some kind of value. Maybe those value, you don't need it at your stage. So I don't want those kind of business because you
I
are
get
not
it.
at the stage that you need.
I
But
get
I
it.
want a business who know that, oh, I am already at the stage that I need, better implementation and all those kind of stuff.
I love it. Excellent. That's great. Well, Sidick, this has been amazing. We got to do it again, and maybe a little bit longer next time, and get into maybe a little bit more of the meat and potatoes of what you're doing in terms of some of your processes and the products and services that you offer. I think people need to know more about that. But I really appreciate, the big points that you made about, hiring the right people. You grew. You realized, hey, if I serve my clients well and I follow up with them well, they will refer other clients. Now you don't even need a salesperson. I think that's amazing. And I'm sure your retention as far as your staff is concerned has been a big part of your success. So thank you very much. And I really look forward to next time.
Thank you for having me, George, and really see you next time.
All right, man. Take care.
Yeah, take care. Bye bye.